In the aforementioned New Yorker magazine article, you got into something of a dust-up with the gay rights community. In the article, you say this about gay marriage. We can get into the ick factor, but the fact is 2 men in a relationship, 2 women in a relationship, biologically that doesn't work the same. A group called the Human Rights Campaign responded, ick is certainly an appropriate way to describe Mr. Huckabee's mind going into sex, when all that we're asking for is our equality. Your answer.
Well, that term actually comes from a gay magazine called The Edge, in which the author, Joseph Urbantraut, interviewed Professor Martha Nussbaum from one of Barack Obama's colleagues, University of Chicago. She uses a term, projective disgust. He, in the interview, coined this phrase. It's in the article that he wrote in the interview with her. That phrase was not mine. It actually is a phrase that exists within the gay community. But somehow it's okay if they talk about it, but if someone else talks about it, it's off bounds. And it's interesting, the American Spectator, I thought Joseph Lawler this week did a wonderful analysis of the hypocrisy and the duplicity of those who want to, on one hand, push this issue, but then they really don't want their own discussion to be brought into the public square. It's a little bit disingenuous on their part to make it. It's not the big issue for me. But if I'm asked about it, I try to be honest that I'm standing where most of the American public stands, and that is for traditional marriage of 1 man, 1 woman. And by the way, Chris, that's been on the ballot in 31 states, and in every one of the states, including left-wing states like Maine and California, it's been affirmed when the people themselves have a chance to vote for it.